Hi, I'm Robb Zipp and I am in New Orleans, Louisiana. We're gonna eat some food and try to find the most metal stuff in this town. What do you think is the most metal things in New Orleans? Let me know in the comments. Come along and join me on the most epic adventures. All right, so that is Jackson Square. You've got your artists, you got your carriages, you got a little guy playing some Hall & Oates down there. All these artists down there have to be licensed. So these are all local, or at least local now, artists that have license to work here. And then right down here is Cafe du Monde, famous beignet place. Not very metal, but still delicious. Brass band, kind of metal, but not the type of metal I'm looking for. Yeah, would you say everything else is cool? Yeah, it does say that. Merry Christmas and all that jazz. It's a New Orleans. This is not the only year-round Christmas store in New Orleans, which is crazy. It's always Christmas in New Orleans for a couple of places. You can buy your Cafe du Monde souvenirs here. They're hiring. You can pick up a side gig working here. Wow, these kids' toys are pretty metal. Look at that. Gorilla fighting a knight. Well, here is Central Grocery. They invented the muffaletta. But you can see the construction workers up here. Their whole top floor and roof blew off during Hurricane Ida in 2021, but as you can see by the sign, you can still get their famous muffalettas at Sydney's liquor store next door. So if you're coming to New Orleans and you're looking for some muffalettas and you're coming to Central Grocery, have no fear, Sydney's has you covered. Here is the golden Joan of Arc statue. You got the current French flag, the French flag of the time that New Orleans was part of France, Louisiana flag, American flag. But during Hurricane Katrina, her head, she got decapitated and her head was down the road. So Joan of Arc is a resilient one in real life and in statuesque form. Definitely a big symbol of New Orleans. So we're walking down Decatur, making our way down to the French market, right past Joan of Arc. You got some beads up in the trees because they already started the parades. They started the parades on January the 6th. The 5th? I thought it was the 6th. Okay, the 5th. So that was that Friday? Okay. Now, my friend Natalie here, she was in the parade. She's a dancer. She dances in parades all throughout the season. Actual Mardi Gras is February 23rd this year. You can see how seriously they take it when they're doing parades a month and a half ahead of time. But the market cafe's down here. We're gonna go make it down to the French market. You're gonna watch Robb eat. All right, we made it to the French market. Gonna sample all kinds of Cajun Louisiana delicacies. Let's see if we can find metal in the French market. We got the proclamation here, and it is metal, but not metal. Praline cookie, sweet potato cookie, authentic pralines. So these are inauthentic pralines. Peanut butter praline. Got the king cake. Yeah, it's time. So I'm finding out, my friend just said we're in the twilight zone of meals because that's the time and the date, if you guys are wondering, January 11th, 2023. It's a little late for breakfast. It's a little early for lunch. So, and we're hungry. I don't know, I'm hungry. You hungry? You've been up longer than me. I don't know if you ate anything. Oh my goodness. So you're probably famished. But yeah, there's nobody like in any of these shops. So I thought I was gonna eat my way down the market, but like They're just setting up. They're setting up for lunch. We came at a weird time. Weird time. Now we're into the like flea market part of the French market. Get all kinds of shirts, alligator heads, and masquerade masks. Masquerade masks? Is that like an oxymoron? Isn't it the same word? No picture taking. Too late. We got some pigeons, New Orleans pigeons. All kinds of shirts, things you find in a flea market. An artist actually creating a painting there. It looks like he's making a saxophone painting. That's awesome. Hello. It's a Wednesday, and there's empty spots here in the French market. None of the food places were open, so I couldn't eat my way through the French market. I didn't see anything metal. I mean, we got some gold and silver chains here. All the vans look like they get tagged, parked down here. There's a sightseeing bus. Look at this piece of art right here at the end of the French market. And then when you get to the end, you've got the New Orleans Jazz Museum, and this is the old New Orleans Mint. Now, this looks like a back parking lot. I think we have to go around front. It says Louisiana State Museum as well. There's the cable car, which Natalie's never ridden. How long have you lived in New Orleans?
3 years.
And you've never been on the cable car? We're going on the cable car today. We're doing it. Yeah, let's go. Here's a little fun fact. An execution happened here. Yay! And here we are on Esplanade Avenue. And here is the old New Orleans Mint. Now it's home of the New Orleans Jazz Museum. We're gonna go check it out. It's an updated exhibit about Drumsville. Looks like there are some coins in here somewhat. The old U.S. Mint. It's a National Historic Landmark. And it's metal, but not that kind of metal. So here we are in the Jazz Museum. We got a discount for being a AAA member. We're starting off in a museum about the Mint. So it's a Mint museum and a Jazz museum in one combination here. Coins. Piggy bankers. There's a coin set. My dad likes stuff like this. Coins that were made here in New Orleans. They even have a mint record. So I'm listening to this. It's not jazz and it's not metal. I don't know what this is. You can win some coins. How fun is that? A claw. You get a plush coin. This is a reviewing table. It's a conveyor belt, and they would look at the coins just to check out that they were good to go.
No more than 5 people.
And here we are in the actual Jazz Museum. I've actually never been in here before. I know I've been into the Mint part before, but never the Jazz. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Again, the wrong kind of metal, but there would be no metal if there were no jazz. So you gotta give some props. oldest. I had no idea. This dude was King Louis from the Jungle Book. Here you got your little Jungle Book display with the King Louis right there. So I have known who this guy is. I just didn't know that I knew. Here he is with his animated avatar. That's so cool. That is so cool. It's Dr. John. So you got the whole Neville family represented here along with Dr. John. Zach Smith's festival portraits are through here. So we've got this Fats Domino's piano. It was like a trampoline. He's painted on there. I love that. Drumsville. It says, please play me. I'm using one hand to film, so I can't do any blast beats on here. Sorry, guys. It's amazing how much noise they can make from just a few drums. And cowbell. I've never seen so many cowbells.
And of course, that's how we can straighten out further. And so we can march up through the shout chorus, the rising pattern, the birth of rock and roll, and
last part of the museum for us to check out is the Universal Harcourt's music paintings of Frederick Brown. And there's this huge mural here. Be cautious of the ramp. Oh, look at these paintings, these are huge. Here's the gentleman at work. So he did some album covers for Louis Armstrong. Oh, you gotta keep it. You keep your hand on it. Interesting. Of course, we have to exit through the gift shop. We don't have to, but it's here. Lots of jazz stuff. I wonder if they have any coins. All right, so the gift shop isn't really a gift shop. It's just a record store that sells jazz records. But they don't have the Jungle Book because it's not in print. So anyway, we are leaving the Jazz Museum and the New Orleans Mint now. We're gonna go and get something to eat at one of my favorite places to eat in New Orleans. My friend Natalie's never been to. Where are we going to? Guess in the comments. Since we couldn't eat in the French market, we're gonna eat something pretty substantial. So I'm hungry, man. Guessed that we were coming to Port of Call. You would have guessed correctly. This place is fantastic, and they've got a bunch of outdoor seating. I haven't been here since they did that. We're gonna go inside. It's got a real tiki vibe in there. One of my favorite places to eat in the world.
It's a little early in the day for a steak. Burger I can do.
So they do serve a lot of mixed rum drink cocktails, but I got it virgin because I don't drink. But this is the tropical fruit punch blend with all the cherries on top. It is a tropical fruit punch blend for sure. I can taste all those pineapple and orange and red. the tropical fruit punch is very sweet, so of course I asked them to hashtag drink water, and they gave it to me in a little tiki bamboo glass here. City New Orleans water is so delicious. All right, here is the mushroom Swiss burger and the fully loaded, well, not fully because you can get mushrooms on the potato too, but everything but the mushrooms on the potato. They put all the toppings on the side. We're gonna split it. It's delicious. That is a perfectly cooked medium burger. Look at that. All right, guys, here we go. I didn't put any of the lettuce or tomato or onion or pickles on here. It's just meat, cheese, and mushrooms. This is so soft and juicy. This is, you need to come to Port of Call. All right, we've left Port of Call. I'm walking with my water down the street, giving them some free advertisement. Now we're gonna head down into the French Quarter and see what we see down there. Hope you continue to come along with us on this journey. All right, we made it to Bourbon Street, Rue Bourbon. Right here at Esplanade. And it goes down, it goes down into March. Is it changed names right there? Or is it still Bourbon? I don't know, but either way, this is where all the fun stuff is down here. It's the afternoon on a Wednesday. Let's see what we can find. We're officially on Bourbon Street. When New Orleans was the capital of the Spanish province of Louisiana, the street bore the name Calle de Bourbon. So this end of Bourbon Street is mostly residential, closer to Esplanade. Got lots of stuff for sale, for rent. And it's not cheap either. You gotta pay a lot to live down here. Some of them say not haunted. I don't see that on these, so these must be haunted. Come down here, these are haunted houses. That fountain looks pretty haunted. We got a wall of king cake here at this convenience store. Here we have Jean Lafitte's blacksmith shop. You can get, what is it, Love Potion number 9 or something like that. It's like a really strong daiquiri they serve in there. But it's like one of the oldest continuing, it's one of the oldest continuing like businesses in the city. I don't know how long it's been there, but it's been there forever. Po' Boys on Bourbon Street. I don't know if I'd get po' boys on Bourbon Street. I don't know what that is. Vampire Danger Zone. Song of my people. This guy's trying to wave me in for happy hour. He's like, come on in. So this is Cat's Meow. This is one of the places I was showing on my New Year's live stream. You can see the camera right there is an Earthcam. So earthcam.tv, Earthcam on YouTube, you can watch us live right now. Down here is Pat O'Brien's, which they're famous for the hurricane, and they've got some of the biggest rats I've ever seen in my life. No joke. This is how you can get to Pat O'Brien's Courtyard from Bourbon Street. Hey guys, how you doing? You can get the No, this isn't the Pat O'Brien's court. This is their own court. Weed World. It's crazy to see cars coming down Bourbon Street. There's Spirits on Bourbon that was on Bar Rescue. And they did some inappropriate things to my friend Eddie several years ago. Bourbon Live. Big Daddy's Bottomless and Topless. I mean, wouldn't you just say nude? Wouldn't that be easier on the...
shorter on the side.
Yeah. And Chris Owens is like a famous old school transsexual.
She passed away last year.
Oh, well, she must have been like in her 90s or something.
Close, yeah. Somewhere around
So, Trailblazer, Chris Owens. Is this place still open?
No, they closed it, but Gail Benson, the owner of the Saints, just bought it.
Okay. All right. Oh, Babes Nola is out of business. That's sad. But looks like Larry Flint's Hustler Club. It looks like they're out of business too. They're the Hustler Barely Legal Club. Not just the Hustler Club, but the Barely Legal Club. Nothing creepy about that at all. Live music even during the day. The only way you'd eat Willie's Chicken Shack is if you were effed up from Slush Daiquiris, Pizza by the Slice. I think that was a Jester. Remember those places? The Jesters?
Yes.
Did you ever come down here?
Yes.
So here is a Cafe Beignet with the New Orleans musical legend Park. Do you want a beignet?
Sure.
Let's go. Legendary clarinetist Pete Fountain. Got Al Jumbo Hurt. Antoine Fats Domino. And Ronnie Cole standing on a little piano. Look at that. You got Larry McKinley bust over here. You got a big saxophone. Got some more down here. Just talking about Chris Owens. So there's Chris Owens right there. R.I.P. Irma Thomas. Louis Prima. We learned about him at the Jazz Museum. The orangutan, Louis the orangutan. Al Toussaint. Alright, we got some guys about to play some music here. Oh, these are hot. These are like twice the size of that more famous beignet place. They're extra doughy. Yeah, this is a substantially bigger size beignet. Oh, so hot. Those things were huge. I couldn't even eat a whole one, so we threw what I couldn't eat, and another one went in the trash. But they were delicious. They were more substantial than the ones you get at Cafe du Monde. So I'm glad we came here and saw the cool statues. These guys are about to start playing. Taking off. The Desiree Oyster Bar. Got a lady right here doing some tarot right down the street. The old absinthe house, Jean Lafitte's old absinthe house. When absinthe was re-legalized, I came here when I still drank. And I ended up chasing that green dragon, that green fairy down the toilet. Yep, they heart strippers there at Larry Flint's Hustler Club. Now it's a little more active down here. I mean, it's still Wednesday, it's still afternoon, but people are still starting to party here in New Orleans. We're getting closer to Canal. Nice restaurant right here. You got some nicer restaurants down here on this end too. Eating in the Bourbon House. I think I might have been in there. The world famous Crystal on Bourbon Street, where they're making side hustles here. You can pay half the price if you pay with cash over out of the camera reach, apparently. Everybody loves leaving some crystals. So here we are. This is Bourbon Street from Canal. The fun that is Canal Street here in New Orleans. All kinds of crazy shops. The palm trees look nice. That's the World Trade Center, the New Orleans World Trade Center there. At the end, you've got Harrah's Casino. So we're in Walgreens. We're talking to a lady out there. She told us to get the Jazzy Pass. It's $3. It's good for 24 hours from your first use. You can ride buses, streetcars, and ferries. You can go all over town for $3 for 24 hours. What a great deal. New Orleans streetcar and the hop-on, hop-off bus. Who's gonna make it first? The bus. Oh, chicks on scooter, chicks on scooter. Oi, oi, oi. Riverfront streetcar. Here we are on a streetcar on Canal going towards the cemeteries. Got a pretty full trolley here. It's a Broadway theater. You can see Jesus Christ Superstar until the 15th. This is mostly a commuter vehicle, but everyone's getting off because he's like, if you go to City Park, people are getting off and getting on this shuttle right here. No.
Cemeteries.
No. We're going to cemeteries. He kept saying, if you go into City Park, get off. If you go to City Park, get off. And he's asking, are you going to City Park? I'm like, no. I guarantee you, though, every day, people, oh, yeah, I am.
Every day.
We're going to the cemeteries. Because you got to do the death metal voice when you're going, to the cemetery. Cemeteries. It's the Mortuary Haunted Mansion. And it's right next to an actual cemetery. Alright, getting off here. Into the line. Whoa, watch your step. It's kind of a steep one there. That is the streetcar named Desire. And there's the cemetery. So we're gonna go in there for a little bit. They're almost like hobbit houses. They're built into the hill like that. I just remarking to my friend Natalie here that I really like this one with the stag on top. And she said at Christmas they put a red light on his nose. It's a little windy down here, so I'm not sure if you're catching the wind sound. Then you got the Cypress Grove Cemetery over here. And then this is the Bienvenue. No, it's not. It's the Greenwood Cemetery. Oh, we can't get in. It's closed. It's closed. Fireman's Memorial, dedicated 1887. This graveyard's been here for a while, y'all. Look at all of these tombs. This is crazy. We got a nice little peaceful fountain over here. But my friend's a little worried. So we're on this is Rosemary Lane right here. So they've got names, but these are family tombs here. So here's the Kenner family. That's a big family here in Louisiana. You've got all these different names in here. Basically, when they put the body in the tombs, these tombs act kind of like an oven. And they basically cook the body until they're pretty much almost cremated, and then they can push the remains back so there's room for the next one. Because you think about fitting that many caskets in there? No. So you just put the bodies in there, let them bake up, and push them aside and give them room for somebody else. Now this is an actual grave. These are graves, so these are people that are buried here. But they're buried above ground. because the water table is so low here that if it rains really hard, if they're buried, they're just gonna pop up. That's happened down in Galveston. It's happened in Houston before. But they realized here in New Orleans a long time ago they just needed to put people in tombs. You know, it might sound kind of weird or morbid, but this is a great way to enjoy nature. It's a nice day out. We're just walking through the cemetery. It's peaceful, it's quiet, and it's interesting architecture, the way some of these tombs are built. Oh, look, even the angels need to take naps at the cemetery. All right, guys, thanks for coming along with me on this adventure in New Orleans, Louisiana. If you haven't done so already, slap that like button. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button now. Oh, our ride's here, so I gotta go. But remember to drink water, listen to metal, enjoy nature, and have the most epic adventures.